My name is Tilda Wilondja, and for 28 years of my life, I've experienced period poverty. I see women having to stay away from work and choosing whether to buy menstruation products or feeding their families. This is my story, and it's the story of over 500 million girls and women around the world.
In most cases, when my mom doesn't have money to buy pads, I would take an old liputa, just tear one, and I would wrap it, and sometimes I would use toilet paper. It will affect me from doing certain things and certain activities that I need to do at school. As a refugee, there's nothing that we can do. It just becomes normal, as a normal routine where your parents don't have money. But I feel bad personally. I wouldn't want anyone else to go through what I go through.
So we never really used to go and buy pads. My mom, she's the one that showed us that trick. If we can't afford pads, we can use our old clothes, we can cut them into pieces, and yeah, we use what we have. A lot of people do that, but it's something that people are not aware of, and a lot of people keep it as a secret because you don't want your friends laughing at you or to know that you're struggling. In the African culture, they feel okay, it's something secretive, you can't really talk about it. Maybe you can tell your mom about it, but men don't want to hear about that. Teenagers especially, they really struggle, especially the girls, because if they never came to me about the menstruation problem, no one would have known. They would have just continued using those materials and towels and stuff. I started helping the girls at the camp, and I made them feel comfortable to come to me and talk to me about the menstruation issues. And I also decided that we will find help, we will find products for them.
My name is Fabrice Nahimana. As a refugee child who grew up in this country, I understand the side effects that happens when the refugee camp is overpacked. It made me reflect on days when I was in a refugee camp in Uganda, where we used to see the girls just very isolated, and we thought it was normal for a girl not to play a sport. We thought it was normal for a girl just to skip school. And as I started getting older, then I understood that they were actually in a situation where they've been forced to make those decisions. Period poverty, it has nothing to do with how developed the country is or anything. It's something that's been completely ignored. I met Tilda through the process of obviously going there every time. She was able to give us feedback in terms of what's needed, what's going on. I think the feedback helped us to be able to isolate the most important things that they need instead of just bringing whatever you can. In the beginning, I wanted to get them pads to help them, but the pandemic has created a huge financial struggle on everything, so I was unable to get pads because they're very expensive, and secondly, it's not a long-lasting solution for the refugees.
I never knew that those things existed. Imagine if you're unemployed and you don't have money, but you have your cup. Having access to the empowered cup made life much easier. It's also an investment. You can actually save your money instead of buying sanitary pads. I'm lucky I know about it, but there's a lot that don't, and it's gonna help them as well.
The cup helps because you can now do things actively, you can participate in sports, you can do many things. It has also saved me from spending money going to buy pads. So every time I just use, I clean it and then I keep it for the next month. It has been very helpful.
As young boys and as men, as fathers, I think it's our duty to make women and mothers and girls feel comfortable whenever they go through that period.
Period poverty shouldn't be ignored. We need to make sure that this is not the story of girls and women around the world.